Happy New Year. I know it's a little bit late. It's what, 15th of January now, and you'll probably see behind me I've still got Christmas decorations up, and there is a reason for that, and there's probably a reason why you haven't heard from me for a while, is that myself and John have been really quite ill. Not with we both had gastroenteritis, which is kind of like a food poisoning type of thing, and we got it from a restaurant that we went to just after New Year. So it laid us pretty flat for a while, and we just haven't had the chance to take the decorations down. So they're still up. Oops, as you can see behind me on the back of the sofa. But we'll be decking them down this weekend anyway, and try and get the house back to normality, and trying to get us back to some kind of normality as well, because neither of us have been eating particularly much at all. So it's been good to get rid of all the Christmas weight that we put on, but I wouldn't recommend it. Right, we're going to have a look at another couple of builds that I made on my time off. But before I do that, I'm just going to say something. Thank you. And the reason I'm saying thank you is because when I took my sabbatical, I lost quite a few subscribers. Just before I left, I was on 319 subscribers, which is brilliant. But then it dipped quite drastically. Check this morning, I'm back up to 319. So thank you. Thank you very much. Right, enough of that. Let's have a look at some builds. Right, this is going to be the first build that we're going to look at, and this is probably one of the later builds that I did. So if we start by just looking at the front, we've got a nice sort of front area here with grass on the left, a bit of a sort of a parking bay, I suppose you could call it, on the right hand side. Let's have a look inside, shall we? I'd love to know how you do that thing where you can sort of go through doors and have a look around the houses and things. And I don't know what button to press to do that. I'm not quite I don't quite know what it's called, but I think you might guess what I'm talking about. So if anybody can help me with that, if you just leave me a comment so I know what I'm doing, then for the next house tour I'll perhaps give that a try. But for now, I've just got to bop the the walls down. And we'll have a look at it that way, I suppose. That's the only thing I can think of. Oh dear, I've only been playing this game for like 17 million years, but never mind. Right, let's go through the front door. And if we squeeze round to the right, we'll go into this little room here first of all. And we have sort of a playroom, I suppose you'd call it. Got a bit of a doll's house there. We've got a nice record player over here, a bit of a seat to relax on. Does that look okay? That's what the plans said. This is like a playroom, because I did take this off like a floor plan that I found on the internet. I wasn't quite sure what to put in there, but I put that in anyway. And over here we've got fairly basic lounge, I suppose. Empty shelves there. I thought I'll leave those empty, and then if anybody wants to come along and pop those on, then they can do. Very basic. I don't know, was I not feeling very inspired on this? I'm not quite sure. Discovered that bookcases make good fillers. Never used bookcases before, but if you stick them in an empty room like this and you need a bit of space to fill, then bookcases are brilliant. And then through here to the kitchen. Let's just pop the walls up for a second so you can see what the kitchen's like. It's got everything we need in there. Not overly sized. It's just like, big enough to do what you need to do in the kitchen. But I've got a bookcase here, and I'm not quite sure why I put a bookcase in the kitchen. And I think it might have been, again, a space filler. And I suppose you could say that these are all full of cookery books. We can use our imagination on that one. And then over here we have a bathroom. Quite a nice stylish bathroom. Never used these tiles before, I think I quite like them. And then behind the living room we've got this rather quaint little dining room. Looks like somebody's been doing some baking. Incidentally, I think I was complaining a while ago about random Sims moving into my houses, the cheek of it. And I was speaking to my friend Dot. Thank you, Dot, for the information. She said that tends to happen if you don't click something in the game, then families will spawn and just go into your houses. And I'm thinking, well, I don't like that. So what I've done is I've actually created households to put into all my builds, so I know who's in there. And we don't get any squatters. So thank you, Dot. Let's pop upstairs and we'll see what we've got up here. Nice little bathroom at the top of the stairs. And over here we've got a child's bedroom. Obviously likes the colour red. If you look over on the top there, you see everything is rather red. It's a nice interesting little build. It's got everything we need in there. And here we have the parents' bedroom with a TV on the wall, ensuite bathroom, and over here there is a teenager living in here as well, so we've got his like study room, bedroom type of thing. Again, the bookcase fills a spot. Now I'll show you this now, because I think this, I don't know, why did I choose to do this? I don't know. It must have been a bit of an inspiration thing, but it's at the back of the house. There's another building. Now what this is, if we just pop the walls down, it is a self-contained bed set. And if we go in here, we've got the kitchen area just here. We've got a little study room there. We've got one of those fold-down beds here with a TV there, and a bathroom. So everything you need to survive is in this little bed set, and we've got a tenant in there at the moment, Eric. Now Eric lives here, and how I've managed to do this is if I'll just pop the walls up again, you'll see that there is a separate door here which goes into like a little bit of a porchway, if you like, and then another front door here. Now if you set these two doors to be accessible for Eric only, nobody else can get into there apart from Eric, so that is his self-contained bed set. Quite clever, I think. And around the back of the house we've just got a little patio area. Didn't know really what to do with that, so I just stuck a tree there just to fill the space up. But the actual design of the house I'm quite pleased with. I was experimenting with these little roof covings, if you like. I think I got that one fairly correct, fairly right, but either way I'm really quite pleased with that. Right, this is the second build that we're going to have a look at, and we'll see if we can get through this one without any interruptions, because I don't know whether you heard in the background when we were looking at that first build, I got the cat meowing because he thought that I was talking to him when I was actually talking to you lovely people. And then the washer started spinning, and then the postman knocked on the door, so sorry about that. I don't know whether you heard it or not. I won't know until I go and edit this video, but hopefully we can go through this without any interruptions. Now this is a bit of a strange house in the fact that it was an early build, and I also got this off the internet with the floor plan. Now this was either a semi-detached or a terraced house, because if you look on this side it's completely blank, because the plans didn't have any window spaces or door space, and I couldn't really incorporate them in because by the time I'd done what I'd done it was a bit too late. So if you ignore that side and look at everything else, we should be okay. Now if you just look at this back area, this is my first attempt at like a little bit of a sort of a patio area with the bins there and a nice fence and gate, and I don't think that's come out too badly. Now I wonder why that door is sort of floating up a bit, and that one's floating up a bit as well, isn't it? Maybe I should have put a little bit of stairage there, I don't know. Oh well, we'll have a look at that later. Right, let's look inside. Bop the walls down. So we go through the front door into a little porch area with clothes hooks. coat rack, mirror and a faithful bookcase to fill in a bit of space. Through here to the living room. Now it's only a small living room because there's only 2 people living here. So again, it's got everything we need. This here is my favourite plant. I've used this plant in practically all of my builds. I just love it. And then look at this. I've done a little bit of a sort of an area behind the sofa. Now, is that part of the living room? If I put the walls up. Oh no, it's not. It's kind of an extension because look, I've used a platform. Never used one before. I thought I'd use a platform to move into. Let me just put those walls down again. The dining room. And this is quite a nice dining room. Empty bookcase there. Again, if you wanted to download it and put your own stuff in, you can do. And then we've got an archway here, which goes through to a small kitchen. It is only a very small kitchen, but again, I was just following the plans from what I downloaded off the internet. So that particular house had a small kitchen, so consequently this one had a small kitchen as well. But I was very pleased that I was actually able to use the platform because I've never used platforms before. And now I know what I'm doing. I think I'll probably use it more often. Little bathroom there, just off the dining room. Right, let's pop upstairs and see what's going off up there. Right, so at the top of the stairs, again, we've got a bathroom just at the top of the stairs. First bedroom. Is that an ensuite bathroom? Oh, it's an ensuite bathroom for the second bedroom. Again, pretty much of a muchness really. They're very, very similar. They've got the same things in there. But again, this was just me practicing on how to build houses that don't look like shoebox. And I had great fun doing this house. I do remember, particularly with the platform downstairs. So I think overall, that's a very nice 2-bedroom house. And I do know that this one has been downloaded from the gallery quite a lot. And again, the design isn't too bad. I like the way the front's done. I like this little bay window here, which is really nice. Maybe if I ever tried to rebuild this or make some changes, I'd do something over here and see if I could try and correct that. But apart from that, I don't think that is too bad. So there we go, 2 more house builds. I think, probably my own admission, I am getting really quite good with these house builds. Admittedly, I do feel a bit more comfortable working from a floor plan, but I think moving forward, I think I've got enough experience with building those houses to kind of make my own up. So that might be a challenge for next time. We've still got a couple of other houses to look at. I must try and keep a track of what houses you've already seen, because when I started preparing for this video, I very nearly showed you a house that I'd shown in, I think, the first video. Oh dear, never mind. So I'll have a look and see what else we need to look at, and we'll do that in a future video. So in the meantime, thank you for watching. Hope you're all well, and take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon.